tired landlord is simply an investor who is burned out from owning and managing a rental property and is willing to sell that unwanted property at a discount that you can wholesale for a profit. And unlike most other direct-to-seller lead types, a tired landlord doesn't live in the property, which means he usually doesn't have an emotional connection to the property. It's simply an investment property. That means the way you talk to them is different than when you're dealing with a seller who is living in the property. There is a specific and more direct approach with tired landlords that I'm going to show you on this video. I'm also going to show you a clip from a live call with a tired landlord so you can actually see what this looks like. But first, if you don't know me, I'm Jerry Norton. I make millions of dollars a year wholesaling and flipping houses. And here on my YouTube channel, I show you how to do the same. So if you want to be a flipping genius like me and live your dream life, subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Learning how to talk to tired landlords is important because they are more common than you think. The majority of single-family rental properties are owned by owner-operator investors who have less than 5 rental properties. Many of them got into rentals on accident or at least unintentionally. Maybe they moved out of state and rather than selling their property, they kept it as a rental. Or maybe they inherited a house and turned it into a rental. Or maybe they read the Purple Bible and thought it would be smart to buy a bunch of rentals with high hopes of retiring and hanging out with Jerry on the beach in Puerto Rico, only to find out those 5 or 6 rentals they acquired don't have any real impact on their finances, and the cash flow they thought they'd earned is swallowed up in ongoing maintenance and repairs. These mom and pop operators were set up to fail from the get-go because they never were able to grow a significant portfolio that would have any kind of sustainable impact. Now, I often joke that you either need to own 100 doors or none at all. My mentor once told me that in the rental business, under 100 doors is where money goes to die. What often happens is these small-time investors end up self-managing their rentals. They become what I call weekend warriors, collecting the rent, doing the repairs themselves, and personally dealing with bad tenants and evictions. If they do hire out management, it doesn't take long getting statements every month where there's more money going out than coming in for burnout to set in. Before long, they realize rentals are more hassle than they're worth, and they become jaded, resentful, and tired of those rental properties. Even the minority who have more than 5 properties and have built a business owning rentals, even they have problem properties. These are rental properties that just seem to always perform poorly. All it takes is one more vacancy that needs renovated again before it can be rented out again, and it's the straw that breaks the camel's back. And that once overly optimistic investor is ready to dump that property and becomes highly motivated to sell. In fact, one of my favorite free methods to find tired landlords that is extremely effective is to call for rent signs. I'll say, I'm not interested in renting your property. I'm actually calling because I'm looking to buy a property for all cash in this neighborhood, and I'm calling to see if you're interested in selling this property. If they say no, I follow up with, do you own any other problem properties that you're looking to sell? Calling when the property is vacant is very effective because it isn't earning revenue. That's when their pain is the highest for a landlord. They may have just gone through an eviction, or maybe they spent money to fix it up again, and they might be sick and tired of that property. It's the perfect time for a once hopeful landlord to become a burned out landlord. In fact, I actually did a video where I call for rent signs live. I'll put the link to that video in the description below and you can watch it later. When you watch me call tired landlords live, you'll see why I love this type of lead so much. The conversation is much different than talking to distressed homeowners. Distressed seller leads like pre-foreclosure, probate, and delinquent on taxes are homeowners who are going through a difficult time emotionally and financially. It's their personal residence where they live, so effectively working with and helping them requires compassion and empathy. You need to put yourself in their shoes and try to understand what they're going through. They often need someone's shoulder to cry on, figuratively and sometimes literally. And in some situations, your ability to be a good listener is more important than getting a good deal. When I work directly with distressed homeowners, we hardly ever talk about the house because that usually isn't what matters most. Maybe you're really good at that. For me, I've been doing real estate for over 20 years and I've done thousands of deals, so it's much more difficult for me to shift into the right mindset. I naturally tend to be a little more mechanical. I tend to be all about the numbers. So I have to be really focused on being present and patient with the seller and their situation. But not with tired landlords. They are investors, and other than maybe complaining about their tenants, for the most part, it's all about the numbers for them too. You can cut right to the point and make your cash offer, and they will say yes, no, or maybe. Now, to illustrate this point, we're going to cut to a 5-minute clip from a recent call I had with a tired landlord in Texas named Mohammed. Now, he lived in California and was tired of managing this property remotely in Texas. When you listen to the call, notice how direct and to the point I am. He didn't mince words. I didn't beat around the bush. There was no small talk. It was very much about the number and if it worked for him. But before we listen to that live call, let me show you how to get a list of tired landlords. If you go to propwire.com, select your market, let's choose Atlanta, Georgia, and right here under lead types, choose tired landlord. Now, PropWire defines a tired landlord as someone who has owned a property that's not their primary residence for over 10 years. Now, the search results are over 10,000. That's a lot. So let's narrow our list by stacking some other motivation filters. Let's add out of state, meaning they live in another state. That adds another layer of complication to owning rental properties. That dropped the search all the way down to just under 2,000. And let's add one more filter, free and clear, meaning they don't have any liens or loans on the property. And that brought the list down to just under 1,000. And check it out. This list is absolutely free. In fact, you can search and download as much data as you want for free. Just go to joinpropwire.com. No monthly subscription or data upsells. Now, if I select this entire list, I can skip trace the list for just 10 cents per address. Then you have their phone numbers. Once you have the numbers, it's time to call them and see if they want to sell those unwanted rental properties. By the way, I recommend that you don't call yourself and you use an overseas cold calling agency. Now, I use in my own business and I recommend Run It Remote. Their callers are really good and really affordable. It's well worth the cost to have them call and qualify sellers for you. To get a killer discounted rate, I'll put the link in the description below for you. And now let's cut to the call I had with this tired landlord. After listening to the call, leave a comment and share with me your biggest takeaway and what you learned watching me on the call. And I'll see you on the next video. Calling about your property, I think you want to sell on Rolling Hill, is that right?
Yes, it is that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rolling Hill in Round Rock, Texas?
Yes.
Okay, you own this property and you're looking to sell it, right?
If the price is right.
What's the price? Let's see if we can do it.
The market price minus 10%.
The market price minus 10%. And what are you looking at the market price as?
Well, it's a 309 or 310.
You think the market price is 310? Okay.
It's not the thinking. It is.
And what's making you say that? I'm just looking now, but help me follow you.
I saw it.
I know, but where are you getting your numbers?
I saw that about maybe a couple of months ago, 310.
Okay, like the Zillow number?
I forgot which site I've seen.
Okay, well then let me just take a look here and see if that works for me.
Okay.
Stay with me here. And my notes say that you're getting out of the rental business, looking to retire, but this is occupied, correct?
It's occupied right now.
Tell me about your tenant that's in there. How long have they been in there? Are they on time?
Maybe 2 years, I don't know, maybe something like that.
They've been there 2 or 3 years. They pay on time then?
Absolutely. I have a management company, take care of it.
Okay. And let me just double check here. Is this a 3-bedroom?
A 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so here's my challenge. I'll just shoot straight with you since you're an investor, I'm an investor. I'm looking at a sold home in your neighborhood, literally on your street, 3801. This is a couple houses down. This house is at 369. Same bed, same bath, same square footage, 2-car garage, brick. It's your house. And this is at 370 and it's fully renovated. This thing's got all new granite, new cabinets, new flooring, lights, fixtures, everything. It's brand new looking.
Okay.
So if I buy this and then have to spend money, I'm way out of budget.
Yeah. What is your number?
Let me tell you that then. So you're at 280 at with the 10% discount.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. Let me tell you my number and let's see if we can get something done. How long is that lease in there for?
I think month to month, if I'm not mistaken. I think so.
Okay. So we'll want to verify that, but let's assume that it's month to month. They could come out when the month's up. I could get in there and do my thing, right?
Not months, maybe in 2 months. I'm not really sure.
But it's soon. That's the point, right?
Yeah, I mean 2-3 months max.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about the condition. That tenant's been in there a while, so it's going to need a lot of work, right?
I spent 10,000 before this person moved in.
Yeah, but if I got to match the one right next to you, I'm going to have to do new kitchen, new granite, new everything, right?
I do whatever you want, but
Yeah. So you're at 280. I need to be at 230, and I can get it done. Cash, close when you want.
You know what? I have to think about it because I'm traveling very soon to Europe.
To Europe?
Yeah. So
Well, imagine going with some cash in your pocket when you go to Europe. You might not come back.
no, I have to think about it.
Think about coming back or think about my offer?
No, I'm going to Europe for a vacation.
Oh, gotcha. Now, you said you're retiring. Do you have other properties you're looking to sell as well?
What you say?
Do you have other properties you want to sell?
I'm living in California. This is the only reason I'm living in California.
Oh, so that's not fun to manage this long distance.
No, that's why I have a management company. That's the only reason I'm selling this house. Otherwise, I would never sell it.
Do you have other properties, though?
They're giving me good rent. I'm getting good rent out of it.
What's your rent on it?
It's about 18. It's going to be 2,000 when they renew.
You're getting $1,800 a month?
Yeah, and it's going to be renewed for 2,000.
You're going to renew it for 2,000. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, let me think about this. I'm thinking flip, right? But if I keep the tenant in there, I could probably come up off that 230 number a little bit. I could probably do 240.
Call me. I don't know. Maybe I have to leave the house now. Can you call me maybe tomorrow morning?
Yeah, but what's going to change between now and tomorrow morning? Here's the thing.
I'm leaving the house right now.
Right, I know. But bring your phone with you, right? I mean, here's the thing, Mohammed.
I have to think about it.
Okay.
I really have to think about it.
And what is it you have to think about, just so I'm on the same page?
The price. The only thing I'm thinking about right now. Should I take this price or not? I'm going to look at the internet and everything, how much this house is for.
Yeah. I can get it done at 240, but I don't know if I'll have 240 tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like we do calls, we buy houses. When the money's out, it's out. And then we try to go get more money and buy again. So I just don't want you to miss the window since we're ready to go. That's all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, then let's talk tomorrow and let's see if we can wrap this up.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you, sir.